Hey guys, it's Jessie V. I am so sorry that I was gone for 3 days. I don't know if you guys heard, but YouTube has been acting up lately. For a lot of YouTubers, when they were posting videos, it wasn't showing up in their subscribers' sub boxes. And sometimes if they were notified, they click on the link and there'd be no video there. Like, videos have just been all messed up the last couple days. Actually, the last week or so. So I was kind of sad because only like half of my subscribers were actually seeing my videos, and obviously when I create something, I want you all to see it. So if you've missed the last couple videos that I posted because your notifications or sub boxes were messed up, definitely check them out. I did this really creepy story time about imaginary friends. You won't want to miss that, it's pretty scary. But yeah, I hate when YouTube has glitches like this, so to save yourself from the glitch, definitely press the notification bell down there so you will be notified whenever I post and you will not miss anything. Because trust me, you're gonna want to be here for everything I post because scary content, you know? Speaking of scary content, tomorrow I am going to the haunted hotel with Brittany 44 and my sister Mandy V, and it won't be tomorrow for you guys because I probably won't post the video until the end of the week, and when you're watching this it might be the day after I went anyways. I don't really know when this is being posted. Just know that at the end of this week you're gonna see the haunted hotel video, and I'm so freaked out. My sister Mandy V actually did a video talking about all the history behind this haunted hotel, and it's actually terrifying. I've never been so nervous to go to a haunted location. Usually I'm pretty brave and I'm like excited, and for this one I have like the tingles, the butterflies, whatever it means when you're scared. There have just been so many paranormal investigators who have been there and literally have blogs saying, it is so haunted, do not go. But we're gonna go. So definitely look out for that video. I'm probably gonna post it end of the week, and it's probably gonna be like a 2-part video because I have a feeling we're gonna be filming all night. We're gonna have tons and tons of footage. I hope I see a ghost, but at the same time, can I handle that? Anyways though, I just had to tell you that. Okay, so today we're gonna be traveling back to our childhood and we're gonna be talking a bit about Sesame Street, but not Sesame Street as a whole. We're gonna be talking about Cookie Monster, which I know you all know. Maybe you love him, maybe you don't. I feel like people have a love-hate relationship with Cookie Monster, but I know we all love cookies. So, it's so weird that I'm making this video because I never thought that I would be. Basically, the other day I was just surfing through the interwebs looking up creepy stuff, and I came across this very scary Cookie Monster news article, and it basically said that when the Cookie Monster doll came out in 1980, every single kid that owned it, when they slept with it in their bed, it would like invade their dreams and make them see things. It's so strange. I'll get into that in a second, but I thought we'd just talk about Cookie Monster's history in general for a second here. I know most of you probably know who he is. I mean, if you don't, where have you been all your life? But anyways, we're just gonna talk about him just for a second, just so you know, just in case I forgot, okay? So Cookie Monster is a voracious monster and one of the main characters on Sesame Street. Covered with blue fur and possessing a pair of googly eyes, Cookie Monster has quite the appetite. As his name implies, his primary craving is cookies. But he eats almost anything, including normally inedible objects. When Cookie Monster eats something, he makes a very distinct, loud munching noise, often interpreted as nom 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 nom. Cookie Monster has a deep, growly voice and generally speaks with very simple words, saying things like me, for instance, like me want a cookie, as opposed to I want a cookie. Like he says me before everything, you know? He almost just talks like a little kid, which is kind of weird. I don't know about you guys, but when I was a child and I watched Sesame Street, which was like all the time, like I loved that show, I felt very uncomfortable whenever he was on the screen. It could be the fact that he had that really low voice, like his voice was like super low and creepy.
Hello there, this cookie world, yeah.
But I think it was also just the fact that he'd just eat everything all the time, even if it wasn't like objects you were supposed to eat. That sort of freaked me out, how he'd just like go on screen and just, you know, like that was weird. And I also noticed that the way his character looked really changed over the years. I think it was on Wikipedia, because I find everything on Wikipedia, but it shows pictures of like how he changed over the years. So we're gonna look at that. So the very first one is actually black and white because that's when he was first created, and I think his sole purpose purpose when he first started was to be in a commercial advertising cereal, I'm pretty sure. Cereal or some sort of snack. And that was in 1966. It says he was first known as the Wheel Stealer in an unaired commercial for General Foods. That's really interesting. And then next we see him in 1967, so only a year later, and they totally, I mean, they didn't make him look super different, but he definitely does. It says the monster retains his teeth and his fur is dark green with a few brown-black patches. Yeah, those teeth are really weird, like especially in the black and white one. Those are terrifying. Like if you get your hand in there, it's over for you. And then we have in 1969, he almost looks, he's like a gray now. So he started off as green and now he's going gray. And it says the puppet has lost his teeth and has a light purple fur. So yeah, I think it was a good idea they took the teeth away because I know young kids watching stuff like that, once they see teeth, they just have nightmares. And then we have one that was from 1969 to 1971. And he's starting to look like what you guys probably remember him as. It says he's back to his normal size and he's gaining his trademark blue fur. He's scruffy and floppy and extremely loose and expressive. Well, I mean, he's a puppet, right? Or is he? Then we have from 1971 to 1982. So this was a really long period of time they kept him like this. It says he's a more refined cookie puppet and has a more square jaw. His eyes have moved higher on his head, further away from his mouth. Okay, that's interesting. And then we have 1982 to 1984. And it says they really just made his fur a brighter blue. That's really it. And then we have the one that I am familiar with, and it is from 1984 to 2016 because I was born in 1994 and I watched Sesame Street until probably 2000? 2001, 2002. It says he basically just has a larger and wider mouth, I guess so they can fit more food in there, I don't know. It also says that his pupils have shrunk. It's so weird how they put so much like detail and thought into changing him because I don't think kids would really care after a certain point. And then basically from 2016 to present, he looks like a super bright blue, and that's basically all they changed. So it's interesting to see how he sort of grew up over the years. But anyways, let's talk about this weird urban legend that I found. I'm gonna read it to you guys because I have the article right here. It says, there is an urban legend about the Cookie Monster dolls. According to this legend, in the 1980s, many children began experiencing nightmares brought on by sleeping with the doll. What bothered the parents was that not only were their children having nightmares, but all the children reporting nightmares reported having the same nightmare, which is like so super crazy. I know I've had friends who have had the same dream as like their mom or someone close to them, especially twins and stuff. And I just think it's crazy how all the children in the 1980s who had this doll, well, most of them, had the same nightmare. They would wake up in their beds in the dark and see a man in the shadows staring at them. Over the years, this happened less and less. However, children with Elmo dolls are now experiencing the same nightmares. So I don't want to like freak you guys out because I know like Mandy, for instance, my sister, had an Elmo doll all through when she was growing up and nothing creepy happened. So I'm not saying that if you have an Elmo doll or Sesame Street doll that you're like in danger. Don't worry. I mean, if you have a Cookie Monster doll, maybe worry. Maybe just a bit. I'm just kidding. But I don't know, I read this and I was freaked out because I think I did when I was really, really little. I had an old Cookie Monster doll and I don't remember anything happening. But then again, when we moved out of my first house, we lost him and I was sad for a while, but I don't know, maybe he escaped us. Maybe he was alive and ran away. But it's just interesting to read about how in the 1980s, so many parents were bringing the Cookie Monster doll back to the store and saying, listen, like my child is having nightmares whenever they sleep with this thing, and so is their friend, and so is their cousin, and there was just so many news articles back then. So let me know in the comments down below if you've ever owned a Cookie Monster doll and if this ever happened to you or someone you know, or is it just like an urban legend that actually never happened? I don't really know, but it freaked me out. So in my research while looking up all this Cookie Monster stuff, that's what I do in my spare time, guys. I just look up creepy stuff online. I found this one Sesame Street episode where kids were really afraid of Cookie Monster because apparently he tries to eat Kermit the Frog in this episode. Because you know how he's so wild, he eats everything. There's someone staring at me out the window right now while I film. Why do I film with the blinds open? It's very strange. He's literally staring at me. Like he's just standing there staring at me. What do I do, guys? This is so awkward. Should I just wait till he like walks away? I guess he's just intrigued by me. It's fine. He's actually staring right at me. So we're gonna watch that together because he just likes to gobble up everything, and it's kind of, you know, sad when he tries to gobble up his friend too, but anyways.
Hiya. My name is Kermit.
I love Kermit
and Gordon
so
has
much.
asked me to say a word or two in behalf of the letter W. It is a easy
I
letter
used
to
to
make.
love this
It's made with all
show.
straight lines.
Cookie Monster.
And you need a W to
Oh,
make
he's gonna
such
eat
words
it.
as
He's gonna
wash
eat the whole
and
W.
And Weeping Willow.
Like this part would have been funny, you know?
I'm sorry, there was some sort of mistake here. I thought I was supposed to talk about W.
No, he's got an
but
N.
They sent me an N here instead.
Oh.
The 4 has 4 lines.
Oh, he's gonna take it,
Anyway,
and then it's
the
gonna
N
be
is
a
not
V.
a bad letter. And you need an N for
Poor Kermit,
nice,
he's just trying to
and there's an
explain
N
the
in
letters,
nifty,
and he's just
and there's a
eating
couple
it all.
of them in nincompoop. As I was saying, the letter V is an okay letter.
Oh
K
my
letters.
gosh, it's gonna be an
V
I
is
or
for
an L.
victory and for very confused and.
I'm sorry that you're going through this, Kermit. I bet
this
it's
is-
very
this
frustrating.
Is an I. Some people will eat anything.
Some people will eat
So I
anything.
hope this has been an informative little.
Oh my gosh, oh my
talk.
gosh, oh my gosh,
Letter W
Kermit!
Or V or easy boy there. Take it easy now. Or N or
Kermit!
whatever. Cool it there, fellow. Hey, listen. I think I hear your mother calling you. I'll see you around.
I think I hear your mother calling you. I mean, I think that was more funny than scary, but I can see how if you're really young and Kermit's just trying to eat everything, it could be a little bit upsetting. I mean, I'm 24 watching this, so I don't have like a child's opinion, but if you guys are really young watching this and that freaked you out, let me know. But I think we're gonna end this video off reading a girl's story about her Cookie Monster doll. It's not too long, but I think it's kind of interesting. It says, when I was a kid, I had a giant Cookie Monster doll. Once upon a midnight weary, Cookie Monster was my all-time favorite character from Sesame Street. I was the type of girl that liked to give tea parties for her dolls. This one time, it was just me and about a dozen of my dolls. On the menu was those little chocolate-covered graham cracker cookies. I remember those. So the dolls that had mouths I could open and close, and I'd place a cookie into the mouth pretending they were eating the cookie. Cookie Monster was one of these. But with his mouth, I had to hold it closed. I did this for a few minutes while I chatted with the other dolls. When I opened his mouth to retrieve the cookie was gone. Cookie Monster lived in the garage after that, and I wouldn't go near him. And no, there was no hole in his mouth, and the cookie did not melt. Sorry. It was a solid graham cracker covered in chocolate, and it was gone. He had eaten it. Oh my gosh, that'd be creepy. Like, imagine putting a cookie in your doll's mouth, holding it closed, and when you go to retrieve it, it's just gone. Like, he actually ate it, guys. That is so freaky. Anyways, though, I just wanted to share this finding with you guys, and actually, the next video you're gonna watch is me finding the scariest scenes from Sesame Street. So definitely check out that next video because I'll actually be watching them with you guys. I found a bunch of websites out there where older adults were talking about which sort of episodes really freaked them out as kids. So we're gonna watch them, and I know there are a lot, so tune in for that video. And yeah, I'll definitely be posting the haunted hotel video later on in the week. I can't wait for that. And I hope you guys have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll see you in my next video.